Here are the 3 keynotes for the motivational speech titled, "Beneath the Struggle Lies the Strongest Version of You." Keynote 1, Struggle is not the end, it's the beginning of strength. Every individual faces moments of chaos, confusion, and challenge. Yet, these very moments that feel unbearable are the training ground for personal transformation. Struggle refines us, shaping not only our skills but also our resilience. True growth never occurs in comfort, it is born in discomfort, pain, and persistence. When life tests you, it's not breaking you, it's building you for a greater version of yourself that can only emerge through endurance. Keynote 2, Transformation happens when you refuse to give up. Strength does not appear suddenly, it is discovered gradually when we choose perseverance over surrender. Every setback hides a valuable lesson, the kind that builds emotional intelligence, courage, and character. When you choose to rise each time you fall, you discover the depth of your potential. Transformation is not about avoiding the storm but learning to walk confidently through it. Keynote 3, The strongest version of you is already within. You do not need to find strength from the outside world. It already exists within you, silent, waiting for the right moment to rise. The struggle simply awakens what has always been there, your willpower, your purpose, and your unshakable belief in yourself. Once you understand this, you stop fearing challenges and start using them as tools to uncover your inner greatness. Keynote 1, Struggle is not the end, it's the beginning of strength, 600 words. Every person, at some point in life, encounters moments that test their endurance, courage, and belief in themselves. These moments often arrive uninvited, disguised as failures, heartbreaks, disappointments, or endless obstacles. It's natural to feel as if life has turned its back on you, as if everything you dreamed of is slipping away. But here's the truth, struggle is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your strength. When life becomes hard, most people interpret it as a sign to quit. But those who rise above understand that the struggle itself is a silent teacher. It doesn't speak in words, it speaks in lessons, in patience, in persistence, in courage, and in faith. Each challenge carries within it the seeds of your growth. The more intense the pressure, the greater the transformation waiting beneath it. Just as heat molds metal into a sharp sword, life's difficulties mold us into resilient human beings. Consider how a seed must first be buried in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout into a plant. That darkness is its struggle, a phase of uncertainty, isolation, and pressure. Yet without it, the seed would never break open to reveal its potential. Similarly, when you feel buried by problems, you are not being punished, you are being planted. The pressure is not to destroy you, but to prepare you for your own blooming. The struggle is the process through which strength is born. Every obstacle builds a layer of endurance. Every failure strengthens your understanding. Every rejection builds emotional muscle. It is in those sleepless nights, silent tears, and moments of confusion that your true character is being constructed piece by piece. You are learning discipline when you keep going even when no one is watching. You are learning faith when you believe despite seeing no visible results. You are learning courage when you face your fears and take another step forward. We often wish for an easy life, but ease never produces greatness. Mountains are climbed by those who dare to push against gravity, not by those who sit in comfort. The most successful people are not those who never fell, but those who refuse to stay down after falling. The pain you feel today is building a foundation of strength that will sustain you tomorrow. The struggle that once made you cry will one day become your reason to smile, because you will look back and realize it was shaping you into someone powerful, capable, and wise. When you begin to see struggle not as an enemy but as an ally, everything changes. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" You realize that every challenge carries a lesson about patience, resilience, humility, or purpose. Keynote 2, Transformation happens when you refuse to give up, 500 words. Transformation does not occur in a single moment of success, it unfolds quietly through persistence, resilience, and the refusal to surrender when everything seems impossible. It is easy to believe in yourself when life is smooth, but real transformation begins the moment you decide to keep going despite exhaustion, confusion, or failure. The truth is, every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has faced moments when quitting seemed like the only option. Yet, they didn't. They stood their ground, took took one more step, and that step changed everything. Refusing to give up is not just about staying strong, it's about choosing growth over comfort. When you continue moving forward, even when the path is uncertain, you develop qualities that cannot be taught: patience, determination, and emotional strength. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, each mistake a mentor, and each delay a part of the divine timing of your growth. What feels like a breakdown is often the beginning of a breakthrough. Think about the process of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. It struggles fiercely to break free, pushing against the shell that once protected it. If someone tried to help by tearing the cocoon open, the butterfly would never gain the strength needed to fly. The struggle is essential, it builds the muscles that make flight possible. The same is true for human transformation. The challenges you face are not barriers to your progress, they are the very tools shaping your strength and character. Every time you choose perseverance over despair, you rewrite the narrative of your life. You move from I can't to I will. This shift in mindset is what creates transformation. The person you become after the storm is not the same person who entered it. You become wiser, calmer, and more capable. You begin to understand that failure is not final, it's feedback. It's life's way of pointing you toward better choices, deeper understanding, and greater self-awareness. There will always be moments when progress feels invisible, when your efforts seem to produce no results. But that's where faith must step in. Refusing to give up means trusting the process even when you cannot see the destination. It's believing that every ounce of effort is watering the seeds of your future success. When you keep showing up, when you keep trying, even imperfectly, you set forces in motion that will eventually reward you. Transformation happens not when conditions are ideal, but when you persist through the storm. The act of not giving up reshapes your identity. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start recognizing yourself as the creator of your destiny. The strength you develop in these moments becomes your lifelong foundation, one that no failure, rejection, or challenge can take away. Keynote 3: The strongest version of you is already within. 400 words. We often look outward for strength, toward people, circumstances, or inspiration, forgetting that the most powerful source of resilience already exists within us. The strongest version of you is not something you have to find, it's something you have to uncover. It's buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, and past experiences, waiting for the right challenge to awaken it. The struggle you face in life is not there to weaken you, it's there to reveal the greatness that has been quietly sleeping inside your soul. Every person carries within them an incredible capacity to rise, adapt, and endure. You were not created weak, you were created strong, capable, and resilient. The problem is that most people never realize their full power because they run away from the very experiences that would expose it. Strength is not built in times of comfort, it is revealed in moments of difficulty. When you face pain, uncertainty, or rejection, you are given a chance to meet the version of yourself that you didn't know existed. The truth is, your inner strength does not appear in the absence of struggle, it appears because of it. It shows up when you have no other choice but to keep moving. It speaks in silence when the world turns away. It grows every time you stand up after being knocked down. This strength is not loud, it's steady, patient, and unshakable. It doesn't demand attention, it simply endures. When you begin to trust that this strength lives within you, life changes. You stop seeking validation from the outside world because you realize that everything you need is already inside. You stop fearing challenges because you know they are opportunities to grow stronger. You stop doubting your worth because you understand that you were built to withstand storms and rise above them. The strongest version of you is not waiting in the future, it is alive right now, within every choice you make to keep going. Each time you decide to act with courage instead of fear, to hope instead of despair, you awaken that version a little more. So, look within. Your power is not hidden in the world around you, it's rooted deep inside your spirit. Beneath every struggle, there is not weakness, but strength waiting to rise, waiting to define who you truly are. Conclusion: beneath the struggle lies the strongest version of you. Every great transformation begins in silence, in those unseen moments when you choose to rise instead of surrender. The struggles you face are not punishments, they are pathways. They are shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for the life you were meant to live. Strength is not something you are given, it is something you discover through endurance, through faith, and through the courage to keep walking when the road feels endless. Remember, every mountain you climb builds not just your stamina but your spirit. Every failure you face adds wisdom to your journey. And every tear you shed waters the roots of the person you are becoming. The pain, the effort, the uncertainty, none of it is wasted. Beneath all of it, something powerful is growing inside you, the strongest version of yourself. So, the next time life challenges you, do not ask, "Why me?" Instead, whisper, "Try me." Because you now know the truth that within your struggle lies your strength, within your pain lies your power, and within every fall lies a chance to rise higher than ever before. Stand firm, breathe deeply, and walk forward with unshakable faith. For beneath every struggle you endure, the strongest, wisest, and most unstoppable version of you is waiting to emerge, ready to rise, ready to conquer, and ready to inspire the world.